Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the shop. We got one of Scooba's cars in the shop today. We're gonna get started on this teardown. We just gotta take this motor out because he's got 3 Civics. I know you've seen here, check them out. We're gonna tear this one down, take the motor out, take a few parts off of this one, and this is the shell that he's gonna be getting rid of for some parts for his race car that we'll be working on later, but we're gonna take the parts out of here and put it in his street car. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but either way, right now, I just have to get this motor out and a bunch of parts off of it, so I'm gonna get right onto it. All right, well, simple as that. We've got the motor taken out, and then we're on to the next step. Obviously, we haven't gone into a whole lot of the process of taking this car down. That's because this car is going to be the one that we're going to be trading away and somebody else is going to take it over. But I'll give you a little quick rundown of just what it had. I mean, it was really cool with the carbon fenders. It also had the carbon hood on it. You can see that the front end has all been changed out to some really hardcore, like full race kind of setup. That's a really awesome setup, but it's a little further than I think Scooba wants to go with this car or with these cars now that he has the other two. We're just gonna use this one for the donor. It had a GSR swap and a few other things in it that we're gonna take off and put into his daily driver. And it's real confusing at what car gets what. He has 3 red hatchbacks. As it goes, I'll show you. And this is the first one. So this is the car that is gonna be traded away. There's still a couple more things on this car that I need to get off, like the exhaust. Oh, the shift linkage is still under there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear that stuff apart and then we'll put this thing back on the ground and then Scooba can come pick it up and take it to the new owner. Pretty much everything that I need to take out of the car. I think I just have a couple little things. The wideband, yeah, that's still plugged in, so I'm gonna pull that wideband out of there. And the computer that's on the inside, so we've got to get that stuff out, and that's all. Try to take this plug out of here, and hopefully it fits through the hole in the firewall. So this car is torn down. We've got everything off of it that we're gonna keep, and now we're just gonna push it onto Scooba's trailer and he's gonna take it off to the new owner. Good, right? Now that this one's gone, all strapped down is heading out of here. We're gonna get Scooba's other red car, the one with the B16 in it, I think. And we're gonna get that B16 out and put the GSR that was in this car into that car. Scooba's on the way to take that hatchback to wherever it needs to go, or at least back to his place for now, and he brought over this one. This is another one. This one is an SI. Yeah, it looks just like the last one. It's red, just doesn't have the carbon goodies on it. The last car that was here was actually a DX, one that had all the carbon fiber at the front, the fenders and the hood and all that. That car is a DX, and he also has the CX, that's an all-wheel drive one that you saw in that other video. I know, that thing's ridiculous. So like I was saying, this car is an SI, and this would be the best car that he can keep out of his 3 to be a street car, because this car still has air conditioning, still has power steering, still has cruise. Hold on, I'll pop the hood, you can see. With having all those options still in the car, this would be his best option to be the daily street car. However, the B16, as we all know, is a great motor, but it is lacking just a little bit of torque. And this being an SI is the heaviest of the hatchbacks. We're going to take that GSR motor that we took out of the DX just the other day and get it in here because that makes a little bit more torque, hopefully a little bit more power for Scooba, and maybe he'll even add some more power adders after. For now, this would be a great daily driver with, like I said, power steering, cruise control, air conditioning, and all the options that you would want to be driving down the street. So let's get this B16 A3 out of here and get that GSR in there. But so far, I've gotten everything on the top done, meaning I've got everything unplugged and everything unbolted that has to be done for while standing up. And now I have to lay down on my back here and get the axles and the shift linkage and the exhaust all undone, and then the motor be ready to pull out. I'm gonna get on that. All right, I'm gonna try to show you guys this, because a lot of people have a problem with it. It's actually called the bitch pin because it's such a bitch. But it has a little clip on top and it's not that difficult to get off. Just pop it right off. But you just pop it right off. Let me find it. This right here. It's gonna come straight off. Obviously it will bonk you in the face, so wear some eye protection. To get this bitch pin out, so many people have trouble with it, but this is just the bolt from the air conditioner. So I've taken the air conditioning out. This is the bolt from the AC. Don't use the one for your car, maybe get another one or from a spare car or something. But this is the bolt from the AC, and bro, I'm trying to tell you, it fits right into that little hole. Then I just take a pretty good hammer. There it is. So this fits perfectly up into the hole, knocks the pin straight up and out, and you see it's just compressed to this little compression pin. It's a little awkward under here. That's how you get out this little pin. At least that's how I get out this little pin. That's all. Everybody says, all right. I try not to say all right when I start my video, or like when we come back from a time lapse, or we come back from me talking. People always listen for it on YouTube. They always say, all right, so I'm gonna try not to do that so that you don't have to hear it, all right? Just this axle over here. So a little bit of help from my buddy Shane. We got the motor out of here. That's the B16 out and over here on the floor. Now all we have to do is get that GSR that's way back there in the corner. We've got to get that pulled out and get that put into this car. Before I put it in, I want to grab the pressure washer, get this engine bay cleaned up a little bit, and then, I don't know, maybe clean up the shop a little bit too, because I've got junk everywhere. So I'm going to get that all cleaned up, and then we'll get the motor put in. There it is, the motor's at least hanging in there. A little bit of aggravation, but that's how it always goes. So the motor's in the car. I gotta hook up every single thing. The only thing that's in is the two side mounts, so the motor's just swinging in there. But after that, the motor will be in, and this will be the GSR and the SI, just like Scooba wanted. Well, it's alive. At least it's running. Everything's working. It seems to be pretty good. I actually already had it running. I've already bled the coolant. Everything's already been checked. Everything is working, except there is, yep, a check engine light over there. This car is on Honda, so we're gonna have to take a look at the Honda, see what the check engine light is for. I don't have the wideband hooked up, so I'm thinking it's just an O2 code. I'm not even gonna look right now, but what I'm satisfied with is that the motor is running and it's in the right car. The GSR and the SI and the B16 is out. I'm stoked it's running though. Car is back on the ground and Scooba is here to pick it up. Finally, this thing is done. It's really good to be done with it, but this is the first car that is ready for classic Hondas on the Dragon. This is the car that has the cruise control, has the air conditioning, has all the options that you need to drive on the road, even though this one will be trailered there, I'm sure. You'll be able to see this one at classic Hondas on the Dragon. So dope. Even has cold AC thanks to Wilmington oil lumen filter as well. Cool that car's gone, but don't worry, there's plenty to do to get ready for classic Hondas on the Dragon. And don't forget, on Friday, October 6th, that's the day before it actually starts, we're making our little travel plan. We're having the Madspeed Dragon Tour. We're leaving from Wilmington, heading to Raleigh, Glade Springs, Virginia, and Alcoa, Tennessee, and we're meeting at the Airport Honda in Alcoa, Tennessee, and that is like at the Dragon. So if you guys are there and you're coming from Kentucky or Wisconsin or even California, meet us there at Airport Honda in Tennessee at about 6:30 that night, that Friday night. If you don't know the times, you don't know the schedule, screenshot this right here. That should be the schedule, but that last stop, like I said, is now at Airport Honda in Tennessee, and we all get to hang out there. So meet us there, come and hang out. We'll see you guys all there. Until we see you next time,
stay mad.
That's it. All right, so over there. But this it's confusing, all the same red cars, right? Get the pressure washer on it. Pressure washer. Get the pressure washer on it. Get the pressure washer. Outside and get the pressure washer on. Pressure washer. Before. I don't want to say that. All right.